Hey everybody, Fox here, and welcome back to my Collection Inspection, a series on my channel where I go through the games that have accumulated on my Steam account and we take a look at what they are. Today is Arcade Spirits, and what I understand about this game is that it is a romantic visual novel. I do enjoy them, but I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a huge fan of visual novels, mostly because there's not a whole lot of game. It's an interactive novel. You're just clicking through a story, and sometimes you make choices and sometimes those choices matter. Games like Doki Doki Literature Club spruce it up a little bit, but on the whole they're all the same. But this one takes place, I think, in an arcade or like surrounding video games. And I think it's LGBTQIA plus friendly, so I'm hoping that means I can get my game on. So we'll jump in. I am recording in the daytime, so you might hear some noises on the street. Someone has been playing saxophone off and on for like a good 2 hours, so I don't know, but I'm cozy in my bathrobe, and we'll jump in. Also, I said this in one of my other games, but I don't do voices. I can't keep track of them, I can't keep them going, and I often can't differentiate between them. So we will just go through it. I think some of the voices might be voiced. I don't know about that. That might have been for a review for a different game. Anyway, database system online, new profile detected, analyzing. New profile number 237771. Economic bracket, lower middle. Employment category, bleak. Current emotional health rating, low. Okay, just call me out, why don't you? Ideal candidate for premium level assistance. Proceed? Negative. Premium level assistance requested. Proceed? Negative. Pretty please? Negative. Overriding denial of assistance, establishing premium services for profile 23771. Justification? Hope. Hope should be rewarded. Spirit must be restored. Now compiling personal metadata. Ah, I get to make my person. Yeah, we'll go with she, because I'm a she hairstyle. Hold on. I changed my mind. We're gonna go with the guy that I do for everything. You are going to learn, while I go through many games, that I will often use the same character. He is originally from my Dragon Age Inquisition playthrough, my canon Dragon Age Inquisition, which I will get to eventually. His name is Terran, and I use him for everything because I love him, and that's all that matters. Skin tone's pretty accurate. Clothing, he likes red and blue. I mean, he also likes green, but I like this blue. Why are trucks so loud? Okay. And then Terran. This is pretty much what he looks like. I mean, he is from Dragon Age, so I should give him the Dragon Age last name, shouldn't I? We'll just say Lavelle. Make it easier. Also because it's short. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, this is my boy. Yes, this is correct. Neato burrito. Premium level assistance for profile 237771, Terran Lavelle, has been activated. Now, Terror Bear is gay. Gay. For the sake of his hopes and dreams, so that means we will be romancing one of the guys. Following his work of fiction. Yes. Itchy. Winners don't use drugs. Fiction Factory Games. Put your quarter up. I like this design. This is very cute and clever. It is the future year 20XX, a dark era in which mankind is pushed to the brink of catastrophe. A little too real there. Woe be to the human race, plagued by evil, terrifying, utterly sinister, I don't know, robots maybe? Evil robots? How does that work? Yeah, no, sorry. The future year is 20XX, is pretty much what you'd expect it to be. Non-flying cars, smartphones, pro-gamer celebs, internet trolls, personal assistant AI, cheese-flavored snack foods. Sounds about right. But even with such wonders as 20XX holds, to date, I've had no part in any of them. Samesies. I've worked as a dishwasher, a shoe salesperson, and a lifeguard for the local community pool. I don't care what era of human history you live in, kitties peeing in the pool is pretty much a constant thing, trust me on this. As for the bustling metropolis of a 24-hour neon utopia you see here, my little corner of it isn't nearly as shiny and cool. Let me show you. Behold, my quaint little apartment. It's cute though. I like it. Can't complain really, it's paradise in a relative sense. I only pay half the rent. Neighborhood stabbings have been down this year. Okay, good. Also, my roomie picks up any stray socks or shirts I leave laying around. In fact, as things go, I'm living large compared to most of my family tree. Or at least I was, before today.
You got fired from another job?
Judgmental.
Seriously? Seriously? That's 3 jobs since we left the suburbs.
The horrified-looking young woman there would be my roommate and childhood friend, Juniper. Juniper's the one who spearheaded this effort to co-rent an apartment. She's also the one who encourages me whenever I lose a job. Like, you know, today.
I don't get why you aren't more upset about this. I'm upset. I'm upset on your behalf. Come on, share the load a little, okay?
Pool's closed, Juniper. Not much I can do about that. Why get upset? Because you actually enjoyed that job, more than you enjoyed dishwashing soap and smelly socks, at the very least. It was this game that I was reading through the reviews said only like 10% of the voice lines are actually voice acted. I'm not the complaining sort. These things just happen. Things fall apart. The center does not hold. That's a bit morbidly poetic, isn't it? No, I mean the community center literally fell apart and the pool won't hold any water anymore. Whatever, I'll just get another job. Any job will do as long as we can make the rent, right? Wrong. I saw how mopey and tired you were, coming home every night from those other crappy jobs. At least when you got back from the pool each day, I sometimes caught you smiling.
What's the point of us moving away from home if not to get away from all of that? I mean, we both left that town so we could try to find happiness, right? I just want us to be happy. Both of us.
I thought you hated your job.
Come on.
No deflecting. This is about you. My mind's made up. We're gonna find you a job that's just as good, if not better, than the lifeguarding job. Could you imagine if we were all like that in real life? If, like, whenever we felt an emotion or had a thought, like, there was just, like, a visual display. I mean, it's probably happening in the future. Let's start from the top. What's your dream? Well, I'm standing in front of class to give a speech, and I forgot to put my pants on, and your dream job. Ooh, I don't know, Juniper. I've never really given it any serious thought. Why is everyone messaging right now? I don't know, Juniper. I've never really given it any serious thought. You know what, Tara? I'm in the same boat right now.
I've got it.
Oh hey, I think I've got just the thing to help you out. Juniper pulls out her phone, rapidly tapping an unlock code onto the glass before pointing out a little pink icon. It's a virtual life coach app. Oh, I've tried those. Mine keeps me from being late to meetings. Totally free, too. My cousin introduced it to me. Wasn't he the guy who ended up in the ER after making a homemade flamethrower? It would have worked if he got the fuel mixture in his water gun right. Anyway, I'm sending a copy to you now. I got a pop-up an hour ago offering me 500 points just for recommending it to a friend. Great timing, huh? Well, as long as you're earning points, I guess. At least give it a try, okay? Maybe it can point you at some good jobs, ones with less socks and or urine. I'll think about it. Okay, but don't think too long, right? In the end, I installed the app. Couldn't bear to see Juniper fretting over me like that. Not that I find it annoying. I mean, it's more that she has enough trouble in her life without troubling herself over my life, too. Both of us had it rough, up to and through the point where we left home to try and start a new life. A better one. She deserves better than me and my problems. Is that flicking, supposed to be happening in the game? Because it's kind of annoying. Bless her heart, she means well. She's been firmly in my corner for all my life, the two of us against any dark forces aligning against me. But that's not to say she's good at being my advocate. Itchy nose. Enthusiastic, yes, but skilled? No. Typically, the fantastic opportunities and self-help resources she sends my way are pyramid schemes or something. She's gung-ho about lending me a helping hand, but yeah. So the main reason I went ahead and installed the app was to make sure Juniper wasn't about to get her kidney sold on the black market or something. Still, no sense messing around with it now. A good night's rest would act as a neat little emotional reset button, right? I'm gonna have to put a seizure warning at the beginning of this, because that's bothering me. Right. No dreams, no nightmares, just 8 hours of sweet, sweet black. By the time morning light leaked in through the cracks in the blinds, I didn't care anymore about being unemployed again. Juniper had already left to catch a bus to her office. She typically leaves before dawn, but she left a note for me pinned to the tiny fridge we shared. Remember, download app, find dream job, make money, sort life out. I believe in you. So, moment of truth. Do I trust in Juniper's weird little app, or just go find some job that pays well enough to cover the bills? I mean, give the weird little app a shot. Figuring at the very least her Miracle app could possibly help me find a job, I loaded up, tapped the icon, and...
Hello!
Hi. Huh. Okay, see, that's what I mean. Anybody else would freak out over a cute girl climbing out of their phone. Me, I went, huh. Also, it's one of those new kind of 3D screens, so, not actual magical realism here, just very normal in the distant future year 20XX.
Thank you for downloading Iris, your personal life coach. This is the ad-supported free version. Sponsored by Pizza Yums. Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime?
I have bagel bites in my freezer. Maybe I'll have those soon.
Would you like to subscribe to Pizza Facts?
Yeah.
Thank you for subscribing to Pizza Facts. I'm here to help you get your dream job, your dream house, and your dream partner. I'm here to make all your dreams come true.
Pretty tall order for an app to do, or are you some sort of wish-granting genie? Well, I suppose in the modern parlance, a massively interconnected database searching virtual assistant could be considered a kind of genie in a bottle. But honestly, all I can do is give you the chance to improve your life. What you do with it is up to you. I can cross-reference search data for you, but without motivation, you won't get anywhere. I glanced up from my phone at the heaps of laundry and half-finished books and other items strewn about my apartment. Motivation is something I have a ton of, honest.
Hooray!
That's super! I'm really looking forward to working with you. Before we begin, do you have any questions? Sure. Why should I use this app at all? I mean, my phone already has a voice-activated assistant AI. I can just say, hey phone, search the web for job listings, and it'd work just as well. Ah, but I have an advanced emotional language interpreter. I'm smarter than the average program, with more heart. I can help you sort your life out by analyzing your personality and finding you a perfect path in life, all thanks to my glorious, wondrous, patent-pending, super-duper identity identifier system. My brain struggled with that one. Between you and me, they really wanted an acronym that matched my name, but couldn't figure out what to do with the letter R. Would you like to know more? No. You don't want to find out about my personality analysis system? Okay, that works too. I can read you like a book, no matter what. I just don't want to do a tutorial. I know how visual novels work. Okay, but how is any of that supposed to help me get a job? I only downloaded this app because my roomie claims you're a great life coach for the unemployed. What good will taking the quiz off the back of a supermarket checkout rack magazine do with that?
Why, it'll help me understand your spirit, of course.
Ah, arcade spirits. I get you. You can talk to ghosts? Is there a ghost in the room right now? Am I a ghost? You have to tell me if I'm a ghost. That's the rule.
No, silly. I mean your spirit. Your hopes and dreams. Your life's passions. I can even help you find romance.
Romance? Seriously? Seriously, often you find your soulmate and your dream job in the same place, but if you'd rather focus on gainful employment for now, that's fine too. Workplace dating. Well, that's a recipe for disaster. And hitting on coworkers right from day one can be kind of awkward. Or am I looking for love and ready to start right out of the gate? Never get a second chance to make a first impression. If I meet the right person, why put it off? How do I want to handle this new opportunity? Sure, I'm open to the possibility if I meet anyone nice, romance with 30 first impressions. Let's stay focused, I'll play it cool on day one at least, romance without 30 first impressions. I'm not interested in romance, Irish. No romance, just friendships. I mean, if it happens, it happens. I think I'm mature enough to juggle both at once. Why not? Super! And remember, the choice is yours. If you're not comfortable with other people, stay professional. Now let's get started. To finish analyzing your personal history, please authorize me to read your social media feeds and personal information. Metadata. Aha, I knew it. This is some kind of scam. I'm gonna wake up in a bathtub of ice, missing a kidney. Sure, I can help you register as an organ donor.
Bad command or file name?
Oh, you were being sarcastic. Sorry, I haven't quite finished analyzing your personality. I couldn't tell. Relax, I won't share oh my god, I can't talk. Relax, I won't share your information with any third party. This is strictly so I can find your dream job. Am I authorized? Another wonderful Juniper recommendation here. Just like the 17 self-help books on my shelf. Still, 18 times a charm, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Please enjoy this recorded music.
So, do I just stand here, or...
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for waiting. I've identified your dream job and arranged an interview. 30 minutes from now. Please put on some nice clothes. Nicer than those. Please. I don't think that's too much to ask. What? For your interview, silly, you want to look your best. But how did you land my dream job in 20 seconds? Simple. I'm awesome like that. Now get a move on. Tut-tut. You need to catch the 8:20 a.m. bus and that's 9 minutes away. Well, this is happening. But I do have a chance to get off this runaway train. Nobody says I have to obey my new digital fairy godmother. I could delete the app and go find a real job. That'd be the safest option. I could. Get dressed for Iris's job interview. I have like a hiccup like right here. A normal person, someone with high standards, would have deleted the app right there rather than hop on a bus to meet up with what were very likely men with sharp knives and a taste for kidneys. But me, I was already getting dressed before she'd finished that sentence. It's not that I believe the silly app's claims that serving my hopes and dreams on a silver platter. Honestly, I expected another shoe shop job at best. But, well, be worth a laugh. Trust in science. What is my dream? What the hell? Let's do this. Like I would say, go with the flow. What is my dream anyway? As much as I genuinely enjoyed being a lifeguard, I can't say I found my true direction in life yet. I had assumed I never would, honestly. When I was young, yeah, I guess I had hopes. I had dreams, maybe even what Iris called a spirit. After things went south for my family, I learned to put all that aside. But assuming Iris wasn't out for my kidneys, what if it's not too late? So I thought, one last time I'll have some optimism, some faith. And as I came to realize weeks later, turns out I was right to have my faith in my spirit. The bus drops me off, oddly enough, not very far from Juniper's office building, although my destination isn't nearly as upscale as that. This is, well, it's a strip mall. Strip malls are relics of 19 blank blank, places where a random assortment of weird little businesses jam as many of themselves into as tight a space as possible. For instance, I'm seeing a dentist, a used bookstore called The Whole Story, an arcade, a fast food joint, and a boarded-up health spa once called Lattes and Enemas, which sounds... Enemas? Which sounds...
Hey! Listen!
What do you think? I think that's two things no human being should ever combine. No, I mean about your future place of work. I'm desperately hoping we're not talking about the same thing. Which one of these businesses exactly am I working at? I don't know anything about oral hygiene or old books, and I'd rather not be a fry cook. The one in the middle, silly. What, behind the arcade? It is the arcade. Huh. Trust me on this. I referenced and cross-referenced and cross-referenced your personality details, personal history, and social media connections. This is your dream job. My dream job. Really?
99.97%.
Accuracy. Yeah. I should probably explain my confusion. Arcades are a big business in the entertainment sector. Pro gamers are celebs, 5-star arcades are social hotspots. It's always been popular with the mainstream. But, well, restaurants are popular too, right? And for everybody who opens one, hoping to be the next Iron Chef, a dozen more shut down at failure. Arcade competition is fierce. Paydays range from peanuts to gold, and sure, those who make it can secure fame and fortune, but those who don't, well, no wonder Iris sees this as a dream job. Video games weren't always as popular, though. I read an interesting article about it once. Back in the year 1980 blank, we narrowly avoided a serious industry crash, which would have left video games as a kid's toy fad, like hula hoops, no mainstream acceptance. For instance, one of the factors could have been a terrible video game based on a kid's movie about a cute alien visitor who wanted to phone home. If this game was complete poop butts, like poop from a butt, I don't like that line, and massively overproduced, it had ruined video games for years. Fortunately, cooler heads prevailed, that game was delayed until it could be developed properly, and the crash was averted. The crisis only exists in theory now. Sometimes I wonder what it'd be like for people in the darkest timeline, where everything went wrong. Are gamers considered nerds and outcasts? Are arcades vanishing points of nostalgia? The mind boggles. But make no mistake, as popular as they are, the arcade industry is a dodgy, risky prospect for a job. Plenty make a run at it, only to come up short. Considering Iris was tasked with getting me a job I'd enjoy and could keep for more than a few months, this left me a bit confused. Iris, this isn't me saying no, it's an interesting prospect, but, I mean, are you sure about this? You say you're 99% sure.
99.97%.
Won't this be like my lifeguard job, though, satisfying but short-lived? This arcade doesn't exactly look like a 5-star. It's no Deco's place, that's for sure. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't set foot inside an arcade in 15 years. Huh. I remember really enjoying arcades when I was a kid. I wonder why I stopped going to them. Iris interrupts that thought, eager to show off her homework.
My sources say yes.
Trust me, when I said I was 99.97% sure, I meant it. That's not some arbitrary number. I'm designed to be a bit silly and whimsical, but my math is deadly serious. My coders made me to be the warm, personable front of a database array that's currently laser targeted on getting you exactly what you need. Right here, right now. And when this place inevitably closes, I didn't read the rest of that. Oh well. What makes you think that's going to happen? Because it does. It always does. I don't think your database accounts for my family curse. We've always had to, I don't know, compromise, settle, because things rarely work out. You always have to be ready for the worst. It's why I take things in stride these days. Does that mean you shouldn't even try? I open my mouth to protest and then close it. As often as my life tends to crumble out from under me, it's not like she was wrong. I still had to try. And besides, what is my dream anyway? That's what I was asking myself when I left the house this morning. I don't know what I want from life. I've been coasting aimlessly for years. When things started running downhill for my family, I had to grow up fast. Put aside silliness like wanting to be an astronaut and take what I could get. I will say, I enjoy most of the humor that this game is giving. However, I feel like it's doing a lot of telling and not showing. And I understand in a visual novel, you want to get to the meat of the matter. You don't want to necessarily you don't want to watch the entire build up to where you are now. This is a lot of info dump. This is a lot of exposition for something that I don't really, it'll probably play an important part of the game, but it's like, when you're doing a visual novel, a lot of, at least for me, a lot of it is, I want to put myself into that character. I'm designing the character, I'm playing the character that's interacting, I'm making the choices. So I want it to be like from my own idea of who that character is. Now obviously they design it with something in mind, so they have a purpose, and that's fine. And giving little things that like hint at to why the character is where they are now and like where you're stepping in, why it got that to that point, that's fine. But when you throw in so much, and it's not even very specific, it's kind of vague, but when you throw in so much, I don't feel like I'm the character anymore. I don't feel like I'm the one making the decisions. It feels like it's not an interactive novel anymore. It's not me being there. It's the character, and you're just telling me what my role is. And I don't want to be an actor. I want to be immersed. So I'm not a super huge fan of the way that this is throwing all of this information at me. Now, thanks to Iris, I've got a shot at taking something a little better than what I usually get. I owe it to myself to try and be happy and paid, not just paid. I also don't... I don't want to criticize this. It's cute, but... I don't know. Give me less internalizing things. And less like, be happy. I should be good. I should try stuff more. I should do this. And just let me play a game. Let me just click through and like decide whether or not I want to do that. I opted to push through those doors and see what waited me on the other side. I just want to meet a cute guy. The air conditioning hits me like a cool breeze, albeit one smelling of copper and corn chips. It's early in the morning on a weekday, so it's not too packed with gamers, although it's so packed with games I probably have a hard time finding anyone anyway. At once, I'm struck by something odd. I actually recognize most of these games. Neat! Considering I haven't walked into an arcade in over a decade, that's probably not great. Lots of vintage stuff here, from the looks of it. Like, really old. Although I don't recognize that game with the stage lights and things. Maybe it's karaoke? Or dancing? A Japanese import?
My sources say yes.
I don't like how Iris is just a magic 8-ball. Checking, that would be Showtime Stage, a collaboration of Nihana Heavy Industry Concern and Hubris Records in Germany. It's won a lot of awards. Huh. I recognize most of those. Whoa, is that seriously a Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze? But the one in the middle with the split screens is new to me. Fist of Discomfort, a hybrid real-time strategy and brawler beat-em-up. It's actually not that new. It's been a staple of the esports scene for the last 8 years. 2 genres I was utterly lousy at last time I checked. Samesies. And over here is an old lady. Sorry ma'am, I was just talking to myself and I had an overwhelming urge to complete my sentences. Thankfully, I don't even think she registered me calling her old. She looks up from her knitting, seated behind the ticket prize redemption desk, and offers a wrinkly smile.
Well, hello there. Always nice to meet someone new in the Funplex.
The what?
Francine's Arcade Funplex. Didn't you see the sign out front, dear? Well, I chose to knock off the first 2 words when they got knocked off the building during the storm of 1980. Now it's just the Funplex, I suppose. So, how can I help you, dear?
A funplex? Is that when you suplex a clown? A genie in my phone set up a job interview. You've been in business for XX years? A genie in my phone set up a job interview for me. A magical space fairy or something that lives in my phone told me to come here to find my dream job. I am Magical Space Fairy, apparently. I have expected her to send me packing. Pretty impulsive of me to just talk about Iris like that, but she took it in stride.
My, oh my.
What they can do with technology these days, I really do marvel at what amazing things young people have in 20XX. Although I'd simply love to take a sledgehammer to those blasted video game consoles that eat at my bottom line, she said, with such a kind-hearted and warm smile.
Please, call me Francine. As in, Francine's Arcade Funplex.
Faff.
Get it?
Sorry, Francine's Arcade Funplex. Faff.
Actually, thinking about it, I suppose we were originally Frederick's Arcade Funplex, named after my dear, departed husband. Sadly, he died peacefully in bed some years ago.
I don't like the way you said that. That sounds like maybe it wasn't peacefully in bed. I'm sorry to hear about that.
Oh, don't be. He died doing what he loved. Having intensely physical relations with me.
Yeah, that's information I need to know, yes. And you are? Taryn Laval, ma'am. Very well. Shall we retire to the office to conduct your interview? I'd carry on out here, but it is rather noisy, isn't it? Yeah, about that. How do you deal with the constant noise, anyway? I'll eventually just learn how to filter out all the beeps and the boops. It can take weeks to become acclimated, I found, but in the end... Done. She quirks an eyebrow. Well, now that's faster than the others. Not bad. My god, if I had that power to just instantly cancel out a background noise, oh my god. The amount of times that would have saved me so much stress and frustration, the amount of times I could have gotten sleep. So, shall we see what you're made of? This way, please. Francine leads me down a back hallway past public restrooms and into a door marked employees only. It takes all my restraint not to point out the extraneous apostrophe. Welcome to our little backstage oasis. I'd suggest we do this in Gavin's office, but it's a bit too untidy. I don't blame the boy. He's been so overworked lately. Please have a seat, and we'll begin. Is he an option? Can I meet him? I don't want to be with the... What? Oh, I'm like, what is that noise coming from? As quirky as this place and its owner may be, at the least, I'm confident I can nail this interview portion of the proceedings. I've interviewed for a dozen jobs and held down 3. I know all the standard questions. What are your greatest strengths? What do you see as your weaknesses? Once I even had to describe how to assemble a Lego set to prove my communication skills. Considering I ended up washing dishes, I'm not sure why, but this game is very flickery, and I wonder if that's part of the... I still can't tell if it's part of the game. If it's supposed to be, because like when the game started, we were like logging into a computer. So I don't know if that's supposed to be part of the game, like the computer's glitching, or if that's just a problem with my graphics card, but none other game that I've played does that. The point is I'm confident, prepared, and ready.
If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur?
Penguin there, baby. Sorry. What?
If you were a dinosaur.
Right, okay, maybe this wouldn't be a typical job interview after all. I can't play this for much longer. That flickering is going to drive me nuts. No problem. Go with the flow. Let's do this. Oh, my Velociraptor's not here. Brontosaurus. Big dude, enjoy salad. I've always liked Brontosauruses. If you're going to go dino, go big or go home. And not really a brutal meat eater. Indeed, and nothing says self-starting go-getter looking for a dynamic job position quite like a 16-ton slow-moving lump of meat. Right. Maybe I should have gone with raptor. Everybody likes raptors.
What's your favorite snack?
Snack. If this was a favorite food question, I have this down easy. It's tacos. Always tacos. But
You
snacks...
have pizza on a bagel.
Say pizza bagels. When pizza's on a bagel, you can have... Hush, you. Come now, dear. I don't have all day. What is my favorite snack? Whatever munchies look in the depths of the vending machine. I'm not picky, really. Whatever calls out to me most is what I choose, whether it's Flamin' Hot Cheetos or gummy bears. Go with the flow. Team player. It's kind of my thing. You know what they say, you are what you eat. Next question. Nothing I've prepared for has helped me plan for this odd interview. I brace myself for the next one.
What assets can you bring to the team during the inevitable zombie apocalypse?
Is this interview for real or is this a dream? As I look into Francine's deadpan expression, I know she's 130% serious. No, she's 99.97% serious. Engineering, medical. To be honest, I'd probably get eaten on day 1. I wouldn't be much help in the inevitable zombie apocalypse. At least I can throw myself into a horde of undead and you can all escape to live another day. Well, at least you're honest, and honesty is the best way to form trust. One more thing. Why are you here? The question is so simple and almost actually relevant to career planning that it takes me off guard. Catches me off guard. I told you the magical space area on my phone sent me here to find a job.
You're seeking a job, true. But that doesn't really answer my question, does it? No doubt you think my interview questions are a bit silly, but I like to think of the Funplex as more than a collection of tasks and people to perform those tasks. Most folks my age opening arcades at that time saw it as just another way to make a quick buck. But, well, I saw it as something else. Something more than a way to make a large pile of quarters. And I expect you'll find the others working here see it as something more too. Everyone has a dream they're chasing, dearie. And for my friends, it lies within the Funplex. Now, if all you want is a paycheck, I can provide that. But the last fellow in your position, that's all he wanted. And he didn't last long.
Did you kill him?
So I ask you again, why are you here?
I didn't have a better answer than a vague hope that maybe this time I wouldn't lose everything. But that's just enough motivation to face each day. No more than that, it wouldn't be enough to answer her question. I needed to actually think this through. Because it's fun, don't know yet, looking for hope, don't take risks, I'll be stuck, confused silence. I don't know yet. To be honest, ma'am, I don't know. Not yet. I've been avoiding the question for a long time, just making do getting by, settling for what life will give me. Maybe I should want more than that, though. When I was a kid, I'd go to arcades with my family all the time, but that was long ago. Maybe I want to reconnect with that. Maybe I just want a job. I don't know. But if you hire me, I'm hoping to find out why I'm here along the way. I can promise you that I'll take this job seriously. My last job, I was a lifeguard. Even if arcade games aren't life and death, I promise to take my work just as seriously. That perks her attention. Oh my, a rather serious occupation, that. And an unusual step from such troubled waters to a land of make-believe. You enjoyed this role as a lifeguard, I take it? Yes, ma'am. My roommate says she often noticed me smiling after coming home from work, which makes Francine smile in turn. I can't say I can offer a role with such high stakes, but you'd be surprised at the many ways one can save a life, even here. Very well. I'm satisfied. Let's get you to work. I breathed easier at that. Probably the weirdest job interview I've ever had, to be sure. And yet, it felt appropriate, like it was about far more than just filling a slot on the payroll. Francine leads me back to the arcade floor to introduce me to my duties. It only occurs to me now that I forgot to ask exactly what duties this mystery job I had accepted actually involved. Francine gestures to the seat she was occupying previously, a stool behind the prize desk.
Oh, how marvelous.
Welcome to your new position, Taryn. Sitting here, you mean? Sitting here and helping players redeem tickets for valuable prizes. Oh, whoa. What did I click on? I'm leveling up in things. I glanced at the wide array of pencil toppers, rubber spiders, and teeny plastic toy cars on display. Well, for prizes at any rate. It's such a relief. I'd been really stretching myself thin lately trying to fill in since the position was vacated. If you don't mind me asking, ma'am, why did the last guy who sat here end up quitting? Something about being so bored out of his mind that he felt like jamming one of those 500 ticket plush dolls down someone's throat. Poor dear, he just wasn't cut out for this line of work. Grandson or no, I have no patience for such nonsense. I'm sorry, the last person that worked this desk was your grandson? Anyway, Gavin should be by soon. He'll handle paperwork and all that administrative nonsense. Now, if you don't mind, all this talking's tired me out home some. I'll be in the back office if you need me. Okay, then. I adjust my seating on the semi-comfortable stool leaning against the desk. Beneath me, a wide array of cheap junk awaits my attention. I could have lost hope then and there that this job would be even slightly more engaging than being a diner dishwasher, but chose to look on the positive side. I've been helping kids obtain toys that would become nostalgic memories for years to come. Right? That's going to do it for Arcade Spirits. Like I said, I'm not a visual novel person. I have played a couple. I think if you really enjoy them, you're probably going to find some value in this. I think the dialogue is witty. I think at times the dialogue bounces between way too over-the-top motivational or expositional with way too humorous. Like there's an uneven balance there that kind of put me off a little bit. I was hoping this would be more like other visual novels that I've played where you kind of go around and do a lot of things early, and so you get introduced to all of the characters pretty quickly. I've been doing this for like an hour, and I've met, I think, 2 of the potential options. I think Juniper's also an option. I don't know how many options there are, but I feel like I didn't really meet a lot of the characters. And if you're only doing a glance at a thing like this, like let's say you're doing a demo, right? If you don't meet a lot of the characters, how are you going to know if there's a character you want to pursue and a character that you're going to play the game for? Like right now, I'm not playing the game for any of these characters. I don't care about them. If I had met one of the characters that I thought I might want to pursue already, I might be interested in playing this game longer. But because I haven't found that character, I don't really have a drive. I don't want to keep playing in case I find them. Because what if I don't? What if they're not there? What if they're not as interesting as like all this effort I put into playing made them seem? So that's kind of putting me off a little bit of the game. I think there's too much exposition. I don't want this to sound negative. I think it's cute. I think the artwork is great. I think that they clearly put effort into the dialogue and into setting up a story. They clearly had like an idea of what they want this to be, and they made it that. There's some voice lines. I think if you're gonna voice some of them, voice all of them, or don't voice any of them. The way they talk, like Magic 8 Balls, where they have like one dialogue that they keep repeating. I know that's kind of standard for visual novels, but it sets me off a little bit because, like, I don't know, it doesn't match what's being written, and that annoys me. There's also some little bits of humor that don't quite make sense for me, like the employee sign. I don't know why you had to include that. I mean, I guess if it's like a cute little inside joke or something, but it doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, I've been talking for about an hour and my voice hurts, and I need to go eat myself because I'm hungry, and they kept saying pizza bagels or bagel bites. I'm gonna go make bagel bites. That's where this is all going. So that has been Arcade Spirits. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, share, comment, a subscribe would be really great. And yeah, I'm Fox. That has been my collection inspection, and I will see you in the next episode of my series.